Tourists have been forced to cancel bookings overnight, sending the hospitality industry back to the brink of collapse and hotel stocks plunging. South Africa Tourism Services Association CEO David Frost with me this afternoon just to look at the implications of the industry or on the industry. David, thanks indeed for your time. You were intricately involved on behalf of the hospitality sector to get the first very damaging ban from the UK on South Africa lifted. Is this a knee-jerk reaction again by the UK, you think?
Yeah, Devin, good afternoon and good to be with you. Yeah, it's a very black and sober day indeed. We think it's a very much a knee-jerk draconian reaction on the basis of what is yet to be really fully understood in terms of the embryonic science unfolding. You know, we've been in this movie before, and we've seen the devastation these types of bans cause, and it's in fact instructive. I mean, just literally about 10 minutes before coming on, the WHO, the World Health Organization, has actually issued a statement cautioning against travel bans on the basis of this new variant. That we still need to understand it. We need to understand the efficacies of vaccines against it. And until we have that, we don't really have any concrete information that would justify the draconian bans that we've seen not only from the UK now, but from many other countries, including most of the EU.
And you're still seeing this anxiety, I mean, understandably so, in the hospitality sector since that news broke yesterday. What feedback are you getting as an industry on cancellations, if indeed they are taking place?
No, well, I mean, they're incredibly widespread. So there's a massive effort to try and get tourists in the country, get them back to their respective countries. They, on the basis of what they've heard, a lot of people understandably just want to terminate their trips, and this is incredibly devastating. We were seeing some really good business bouncing back since getting off the red list in October, and this was really looking at sustaining our industry through the December period and into New Year. So there's that. The forward book has just been basically wiped out. I mean, that was looking good. So the impact has been severe. But just to come back to that previous point as well, Devin. I mean, Professor Mardi, who's one of our leading scientists, has come out and his is the view that we would we need to bring to the fore again and need to work with our government partners to interact with these governments in the UK and the EU to get them to see sense. And he says that we need to come to accept that breakthrough infections will remain with the first generation variants. But the sooner we come to accept it, the quicker we can recalibrate and decide how to move forward together. But simply to sort of start targeting and stigmatizing parts of the world that have good science at their disposal and are busy with the necessary work of identifying these new variants, but then to sort of punish them as a consequence is to my mind just crooked and muddled thinking, and it's incredibly devastating.
And it's quite ironic, though, isn't it? Because what we've seen after this announcement is that you've seen a plummet in the rand against the dollar. Ordinarily, a weaker rand would be good for tourism because South Africa is a cheap destination. But now you have restrictions where tourists can't come in to spend the money. Bit of a conundrum there.
No, absolutely, and and as we've said, and I think as the sort of country has become to realise that tourism is the second biggest economic driver here. I think, look, we're going to have to go into bat on this. It's back in the saddle, and we're equipped for that particular journey. I think the really good news is that we will, as opposed to the effort that we embarked on, I think we'll be working hand in glove with our government point ministries and indeed with the presidency. I think business leadership got involved in the lobbying effort previously. They've seen the impact that this has had, and we've also got a really good and solid scientific community that is speaking out unequivocally on this sort of pernicious type of reaction from these governments. So, once again, it's going to be a national effort, but we need to just get on with it and start bringing science and data and putting it on the table. It's the only way that we're going to push back against this.
David, I've got a couple of seconds, and I hate to put you on the spot for numbers here once again, but I mean, what are we looking at in terms of losses for the industry if this pans out through the December period?
Well, just on the UK, Devon, when we were put on the UK red list, the World Travel and Tourism Council, their calculation was that we lost 6 million rand a day. But that's just the UK arrival. So what's happening now is there's a domino effect. And if you take all our international arrivals, which was pre-COVID 2.6 million, and you extrapolate that, that's a 30 million rand loss per day.